Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The cleanup is just beginning. Destruction from last night's storms all across Metro Detroit. Trees on houses, roofs blown off, and hundreds of thousands still without electricity as we come to you today at 5 p.m. There is a lot to get to when it comes to these storms.
Let's start with a big number. DTE says a little more than 250,000 customers are without power right now. The utility says it's responding to more than 3,000 downed lines and hopes to have 80% of customers back on the grid by Thursday.
For the second time in 24 hours, a child has come in contact with one of those downed wires. In Warren, an 8-year-old is in critical condition after he grabbed a line outside of a school.
And another one of those down lines killed a teen girl last night. This was in Monroe. Police say the 14-year-old was in her backyard, bent down to grab what she thought was a stick. Jason Colthorpe kicks off our coverage tonight from Warren.
This area had been roped off with yellow tape since about 7 o'clock last night because of that low-hanging wire that was about 4 feet off the ground. Then this morning, about 9:10 a.m., 3 boys were dropped off for school by their grandmother at the elementary school here, which they didn't realize was closed.
It was horrifying.
James Hopkinson is not exaggerating when he describes what he saw outside his home just after 9 a.m. this morning. He says the youngest of 3 boys wandered into the taped-off area near the wire when the older boys went after him. He saw the 8-year-old reach up to move the wire so it didn't hit his brother.
When he touched it, though, since it's a live wire, it got so hot with so much power and energy, his hands caught on fire.
In a case of what's really amazing timing, Warren police officers were in the same area on an unrelated call when they saw what was happening.
They literally just ran towards them and just like quickly took them away and to the ground.
First of all, they're heroes.
Warren Police Commissioner Bill Dwyer says the 10-year-old was trying to help his brother, and both needed to be saved.
Their quick action hopefully saved his life.
The officers rushed the boys to the hospital, the 8-year-old barely breathing, in critical condition.
There were severe burns, and the burns even left marks on the pavement.
The single most important message right now is about public safety and staying away from wire down.
DTE Energy is working to secure 3,700 lines down, not all of which are theirs. DTE says the line in Warren was taped off by a citizens group, and it didn't know about it until it was too late.
It is a dangerous situation for the public. We'd ask everybody, stay inside, keep your pets inside, give us a few more hours to clean all of this up. The last thing we want is another repeat of what happened in Warren or down in Monroe.
Now let's update some of the conditions. 2 of those officers were actually treated, but they're going to be fine. The boy, unfortunately, remains at Children's Hospital this evening in extremely critical condition. I'm Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason, scenes like this are playing out all across Metro Detroit with a lot of cleanup to go here still from last night.
And that's especially true in the town of Richmond in northern Macomb County. Rod Maloney is there live tonight. Rod, it's all hands on deck there.
Well, to give you an idea how much it's all hands on deck, Karen, take a look. We're here in this mess of trees here, and there is not a tree service out yet. And the reason is because the person who lives in this house is a lineman. He is out helping other people get their homes put together, and his sits like this with his truck behind me, completely inoperable. Well, it's the usual drill this time of year in Michigan. The chainsaws sputtering, generators whirring, and the roof replacement estimators getting busy. Caitlin Strawn started gathering the kids' toys when the winds whipped up at 6:30 last night.
I dropped our stuff and I ran up to the deck, and by the time I got to the back door, it sounded like chaos. All these trees went down at one time. And it was like toothpicks snapping is the only way I can compare it, but on a much larger scale.
The storm went right over the top of her house and onto the houses behind her, with the same but larger mess appearing out of nowhere. Rick Scarzo's life is now turned upside down.
It snapped that tree in half. Top half penetrated the bedroom up there. Telephone broke in half. We could hear the wires popping, and it was pretty crazy.
The entire neighborhood spent the day without power, no indication of when it's going to get back. Some neighbors took a break, burned off the dry limbs that fell everywhere. Caitlin says the place will now take on a whole new character.
Yeah, we've got some damage. Ours, in the inside, my son's bedroom, his ceiling is has started to come in. So from the damage, but
Yeah.
I'd imagine theirs is
And
also.
you lost a tree in the backyard.
Yeah, we lost 2 trees. I'm real upset about that. 2 probably 70-year-old maple trees, just like they weren't even there.
Thankfully, no one ended up injured out here.
We're cool. We're back here. We're staying at a hotel. We're meeting insurance adjusters. We'll have this wrapped up too. So getting the tree off and the roof tarp. So we're happy.
Yeah, you're going to be all right.
Definitely. Yeah, we get out of the hotel. We want to get back home.
Now, they have a volunteer fire department out here in Richmond, and that's one thing that Rick wanted us to understand, is that volunteer fire department was here at his house, which is on the other side of this tree, in 10 minutes. He was very grateful for that kind of response, and so they're doing their best to get quickly, or as quickly as they can, back to normal. Back to you, Kimberly.
Yeah, okay, Rod, thanks. Our coverage continues over on our website, clickondetroit.com.
And there you can take a tour of the damage all over Macomb County from Sky 4. The link to that you'll find on the home page. But let's now try to get a sense of how this all came together as this storm moved through.
Let's get over to Brett Collar. Brett, it came through fast and furious here.
Yeah, the winds, the heavy rain, lightning and thunder, even some spots saw some hail as well. But by far the biggest story were those gusty winds that were at times over 70 miles per hour. Take a look at the numbers. This is from the National Weather Service. The highest numbers well over 70 miles per hour. 74 in Lapeer, 70 at City Airport. Other numbers like Monroe, 64 miles per hour. A pair of 60s in Canton and Grosse Pointe. Outside of that, a lot of reports in the 50s and upper 40s. So a very windy system that caused some damage across Metro Detroit. Exact Track 40 radar, a lot quieter right now compared to this time yesterday. Now, there are still a couple of very light sprinkles trying to fall, like maybe one here west of Macomb, perhaps a couple in the Auburn Hills area, but we're looking forward to more dry time the next couple of days, upper 70s and low 80s right now, but the heat returns this weekend. We'll talk about it in just a bit.
Okay, Brett, now to new information we're learning after a man was shot in the parking lot of Southland Mall in Taylor.
This happened around 1:15 this afternoon at the mall right along Eureka, not far from I-75. Victor Williams there. That gunman, though, at last check, Victor, was on the run.
Yes, that is still the case, Devin and Kimberly. The gunman is still on the run, as well as the other people that were with him. Notice, however, the mall right behind me, this is back to normal, very different than what we saw just hours ago. At that time, it was covered with police doing their investigation. Now, police say that right after 1 p.m., there was a shooting right outside the north section of the mall in the parking lot, right outside of the front entrance. One person was shot in the shoulder, but is expected to be okay. Plenty of shell casings were scattered on the ground, showing just how many shots were fired. Apparently, this stemmed from some type of argument where a group of men in their mid-20s knew one of the shoppers, later taking out a targeted attack, chasing him out of the building. Now, we did speak to one witness who wants to remain anonymous. He says while he was walking up, he saw 4 men chasing the victim towards a car in the parking lot right before all the chaos.
The guy got to the car, all of a sudden you hear, oh my God, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. And next thing you know, one shot fires off. I duck down underneath the cars. I go running towards the Best Buy. And basically you hear about 3-4 more shots, possibly 6, somewhere in between there. And I went into the Best Buy emergency door.
And cops were able to get here in just 30 seconds, but they're still looking for the guys responsible, just like we said before. They are relying on witnesses' accounts, just like the gentleman you just heard from. So if you know anything, call the police. Taylor, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Victor, now we need to get to breaking news coming from Moscow. Russian news reports saying former Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev has died. During his time as president, the last of the USSR, he was an instrumental figure in the end of the Cold War, but ultimately he was unable to prevent the collapse of the Soviet system. Mikhail Gorbachev was 91 years old. For years, the Motor City Match program has helped take small businesses from idea to reality, but today was a real first.
For the first time ever, the program handed out $1 million in grants. Sean Lay is live on this story for us tonight. Sean, safe to say this has been a huge success.
I have a big example about that huge success. Here's the big example, the big building here right on Fenkell at Littlefield. This was on the city's demo list. But take a look. A local mom from Detroit said, "Don't take this building down. I have an idea. I've got a plan. This is my small business."
Hi, I'm Catherine Coleman. Who am I? I'm a mompreneur, mother of 4.
Catherine Coleman left her career at DSWD to care for her ailing mother.
She encouraged me to live my life without any regrets.
Coleman had a bounce house for rent. When she showed up for events, she noticed others did not.
And so that's when we were like, okay, well, we're going to become a one-stop shop.
Instead of dreaming, Coleman did something called a gap study.
Well, I attended University of Detroit Mercy for both my bachelor's and master's degree. So I do know how to look at market trends and identify the gaps that exist in businesses, and those are the weaknesses.
Now Coleman is filling the gaps, booking up for events to provide inflatables, tables, chairs, linens, concessions, balloons. She can even make custom outfits for any event.
And so we wanted something that would be remarkable and memorable for such an epic event.
Motor City Match awarded her $80,000 to help grow her business. She bought this building on Fenkell that was on the city's demo list.
And I had to petition City Council and go to them and tell them there's no reason for this building to be demo. I can save it.
Her advice, if you have a dream,
do it. Do it. I used to feel like I didn't fit in, but now I feel like I definitely belong. Motor City money.
Back here live, sure, Catherine is a recipient of Motor City Match. But here's how Catherine hustles. This is what you have to do if you have a small business and take advantage of programs like that. She went for the Tech Assistance Award, Build Institute, something called Prosperous, Techtown Retail Boot Camp, Rebrand Detroit, Detroit Design Corporation, Washtenaw Community College Pitch Competition, Bill Winston Pitch Competition, DTE Greater Grace Pitch Competition, and Motor City Match to make her dream of a small business coming true. Kimberly, we're not done here. The readers are on. You know it's important. 85% minority owned today. Got Motor City Matches. 74% are women owned. 68% are businesses here in the city owned by Detroiters. Motor City Match. Big time success today.
Happy to hear it. Great news, Sean. Appreciate it.
Much more to come on this Tuesday.
Here's Everett.